Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a story time. I'm going to be telling the story of giving birth. So as most of you guys know, I gave birth not too long ago, and this is how it all started. So it was around 5 a.m. and I felt like I was peeing myself, so I was like, that's a sign of labor. So I went to the bathroom and I didn't have to pee, but there was like stuff coming out. There was water, so I was all like, yeah, my water broke. But I didn't have any cramps or any pain, so I was all like, I'll just wait a little bit longer, because they say that if you go to the hospital, they make you go back home until contractions are like close together. So I said I'll just wait a little bit longer, so I stayed on the bed for a little bit longer, and then I started feeling pain, cramps, contractions. So I was all like, well, let me just wake up Mohammed and like get ready and stuff. So I woke him up at 5:30 a.m. and I was all like, Mohammed, my water broke. And then he said, okay, let's get ready, let's go to the hospital. So I got ready and we left around 7ish, because I was still not like, I knew that it wasn't like time yet, and it was fine if I waited a few hours. So around 7 we left the house and we went to the hospital. So at the hospital we had to wait there because there was no doctor. Egypt's a little bit weird, like apparently the doctor was there, but he was actually sleeping because he's there from the night before. So since he's there from the night before, he was sleeping, but they said that there was no doctor. So we had to wait. They said that the doctor was going to come at 8. So we waited until 8, but he didn't come until 8:30. And he checked to see how much I was dilated, and it was only 4 centimeters. And they said that like all my water had been leaked, or like it all went out and there was only a little bit left, and that like something might happen to the baby. So I had to give birth with a C-section, not what's it called, not vaginally. So I didn't want to, and I knew that like everyone's water breaks, so what's like the big deal if it broke? It's supposed to break and the water is supposed to leave, because you know I'm gonna give birth, why does she need the water? So I knew that I would just go to a different hospital. They said they had to check the baby's heartbeat and make sure that she was okay, because there was no water surrounding her. They didn't have the monitor that checks the baby's heartbeat, so they said to go to a different hospital where they had that monitor. So we went to a different hospital and they also checked how much I was dilated, and at that point I was still 4. So they told me that I could stay there and I would give birth like at night time around 8, 9, 10, but they didn't have a doctor at that time. So they also wanted me to give birth C-section, but I didn't want to, because why? There's nothing that's forcing me to. I could just give birth naturally, like vaginal. So I also didn't go to that hospital. So we went to another hospital where I was seeing an OBGYN there, and they called the doctor in to come check me, and they said that it was going to cost around $5,000, not dollars, pounds, and that was way too much for us. We didn't have that much money at the time, and we don't want to spend that much on birth. So we said we would look at a different hospital and see if we found anything cheaper and still like a good place, not like, you know, a bad place and cheap. We wanted something for a reasonable price and something that's also you know, nice. They take care of you, high maintenance. So we went to a different hospital to check and see if, you know, that one was better. We went to that hospital and the doctor checked me there. I was so tired of the doctors checking me, like seriously. They checked me every single hospital we went to, and it was so annoying because that hurts. So they checked me there. I was around 6 inches. Is it inches or centimeters? I don't know, but whatever it is, I think it's centimeters. I was 6 centimeters dilated, and they said I was gonna give birth pretty soon, and it was cheap. It was a good hospital, so we just stayed there. We did blood work, we did paperwork and all that. So I was really stressed out because I didn't know where I was giving birth, and like no one knew which hospital we should go to. We kept on like going different hospitals. It was at like noon at this time. Once we went to the hospital that I was gonna like give birth at, it was noon. We've been spending the whole day from 7 a.m. until noon looking for a hospital for me to give birth. So I was kind of stressed, but I knew the baby wasn't coming out just yet. So anyways, we went to that hospital. I went to my bed. I laid there, and they would check on us every few hours. The doctor would come and see how much dilated I was and check the baby's heart rate. I didn't have any much pain. I was just on the bed like, okay, when is this baby gonna come out? Like, let's go. I just want to give birth. And then finally I got the cramps, the contractions, and they were close to each other. And I was like, okay, good. That means it's almost time. So they hooked me up to the heart rate machine, and they said that the baby's heart rate was decreasing and that I would have to give birth. At this time, it was like 5 o'clock. It was 12 hours ever since my water broke. I was really tired. I was in pain. I just wanted to get over it. I was all like, okay, let me just give birth. I don't care if it's vaginal anymore, although I wanted it to be vaginal in the beginning. The nurse said that I had to, but the doctor didn't want to. He said, no, you can just wait a few more hours and you'll give birth naturally. So the nurse said that the doctor was going to change and another doctor was going to come, because this was at the hospital. So there was a different doctor coming, and that when that doctor would come, I would just give birth. So I was happy. I was like, okay, good, get this doctor out of here now, get the new doctor. I just want to give birth. I want to get over it. And I was like screaming so much because of the pain. The nurses were telling me, you're just wearing yourself out, you're not doing yourself anything, you're just harming yourself. What you're doing isn't good. So I tried to keep in like the pain. Whenever I would scream or like feel the contractions, I would like try to push instead of like scream it out. And they said that I was gonna give birth like after 12 a.m. So I was like, a whole day? What? No, I don't want to. So after that we went, not we, my husband Mohammed, he went home because he forgot his phone, and it was like I fell asleep for a little bit and I woke up to the doctors coming to check us out. So they checked on me and I felt like the head, I felt that it was like coming out. So when the doctors checked on me, they said, oh, you're gonna give birth, let's go. So I gave birth at 10. I went in the room at 10. I gave birth at 10:15 and I gave birth naturally. Mohammed came in time, luckily, and when she was born, she was 3 kilos, which is 6.6 pounds. I don't remember her height because when they took it, I was out of it. I was like not here, so I don't know what her height was, but she was a healthy little girl. We stayed in the hospital for until the next morning. I gave birth at 10 and we left at 10 in the morning. So I guess I stayed for 12 hours. She was born on July 13th, 2017, of course. She was so cute when she was born, so small. And after that, Muhammad went and got me food because I had not ate the whole day, like from 5 in the morning until when I gave birth. I did not eat. So Muhammad went and got me food, and his sister stayed with me at the hospital until the next morning. You could only have one person to stay with you and you had to pay so that they can stay. They stitched me. I think it was 20 stitches. I'm not sure how much because, as I said, I was out of it, but I heard the number 20 when they were stitching me, so I think I got 20 stitches. We stayed at my in-laws' house for a week after I gave birth, and then we went to my house, or our house. Now she is 9 weeks old. She's exactly 9 weeks old today, but once this video goes up, she'll be older than 9 weeks, of course. And I plan on doing a 2-month postpartum and baby checkup. If you guys would like to see that, it'll be up in a couple of days. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys like story time type of videos, so I can do more, and subscribe for other mommy videos and vlogs of my life in Egypt if you guys would like to follow this journey. And thank you for watching. Bye.